Welcome to our Sunday Tribute, a heartfelt reflection on the iconic wrestlers we've lost over the past years. Their unparalleled contributions to the wrestling world have left an indelible mark, inspiring generations of fans. Today, we also bring you sad news about Kevin Owens, whose recent situation has touched the hearts of many. Join us as we celebrate their legacies through moving tributes and cherished memories. Subscribe to stay connected and keep their powerful stories alive for future generations. Eddie Graham was a transformative figure in professional wrestling, celebrated for his dual roles as both a wrestler and promoter. Renowned for his work with the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and as the mastermind behind Championship Wrestling from Florida, Graham's legacy shaped the future of the industry. Beginning his wrestling career in the 1950s, he quickly earned recognition for his skill and charisma, capturing titles such as the NWA Southern Heavyweight Championship and the NWA World Tag Team Championship. His success in the ring set the stage for his eventual transition into promoting and booking in the 1960s. Graham's contributions to wrestling were groundbreaking. As the owner of Championship Wrestling from Florida, he introduced innovative match concepts that elevated the storytelling aspect of the sport, including the Brass Knuckles Championship and the Loser Leaves Town match. His creative vision helped redefine the wrestling narrative, influencing countless promoters and wrestlers in the years that followed. However, behind his professional triumphs, Graham battled severe personal and financial struggles. On January 14, 1985, just a week before his death, he suffered a heart attack that greatly affected his mental and emotional state. These health issues, combined with mounting personal pressures, led to a tragic culmination. At the age of 55, Eddie Graham took his own life. Eddie Graham's passing was a stark reminder of the immense pressures faced by those within the wrestling industry, where the demands of fame, financial strain, and personal turmoil can sometimes be overwhelming. Despite his tragic end, Graham's legacy as a visionary promoter and talented wrestler continues to influence generations of performers and fans. His contributions to the wrestling world remain unmatched, leaving an indelible mark on the industry. Mike Awesome, born Michael Lee Alfonso on January 24, 1965, in Edgerton, Wisconsin, was a professional wrestler who gained widespread recognition for his remarkable athleticism, power, and distinctive wrestling style. Rising to prominence during the late 1990s and early 2000s, Awesome became a key figure in two major promotions: Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Awesome's wrestling career began in the early 1990s, but it was his time in ECW that truly solidified his reputation. Known for his high-flying abilities combined with a fierce, hard-hitting style, Awesome captivated audiences with his dynamic in-ring performances. His matches often featured innovative spots and extreme intensity, which became hallmarks of the ECW brand. Awesome's crowning achievement in ECW was winning the prestigious ECW World Heavyweight Championship, a title he held with pride, further cementing his status as a main event talent. After ECW's closure, Awesome transitioned to WCW, where he continued to impress fans with his versatility and physical prowess. He had notable feuds with top WCW stars, including Bill Goldberg and Kevin Nash, leaving a lasting impact on the company's wrestling landscape. Tragically, Mike Awesome passed away at the age of 42. His cause of death was ruled as suicide by hanging. Reports indicated that Awesome had been struggling with personal and emotional issues, which may have contributed to his untimely passing. He had also faced difficulties adjusting to life after wrestling, which added to his mental and emotional strain. Despite his struggles, Awesome's legacy as one of the most talented and innovative wrestlers of his time endures. His work in ECW and WCW remains a testament to his exceptional skills and lasting influence on the wrestling world. Marianna Komlos, known in the wrestling world as Mrs. Cleavage, was a Canadian bodybuilder, fitness model, and professional wrestler who made a notable impact in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, during the late 1990s. Born on September 3, 1969, in British Columbia, Komlos first gained recognition as a competitive bodybuilder. She won several titles, including the 1996 Gators Classic and the 1997 Women's Extravaganza. Her strong physique and striking appearance also led her to fitness modelling, where she appeared on the covers of numerous fitness and bodybuilding magazines. In 1999, Komlos made her WWF debut as Mrs. Cleavage, the on-screen mother and manager of wrestler Beaver Cleavage, Chaz Warrington. The storyline, though provocative and controversial, was brief and eventually led to a character rebranding. Despite the short-lived nature of her wrestling career, Komlos's persona became an iconic part of the WWF's Attitude Era, a period known for pushing boundaries in storytelling and character development. After her time in the wrestling industry, Komlos returned to her fitness roots, focusing on health and wellness. Sadly, her life was tragically cut short when she passed away at the age of 35 after a battle with breast cancer. Despite her brief career in wrestling, Komlos is remembered for her contributions to the sport and for her determination as an athlete. She broke barriers as a model and wrestler in a dynamic period for sports entertainment, leaving behind a legacy of strength and resilience. Her untimely death due to breast cancer serves as a reminder of the challenges many face in their fight for health, and her memory continues to inspire fans and fellow athletes alike. Dr. Hannibal, born on July 22, 1963 in Canada, was a professional wrestler who became known for his compelling and controversial persona during the late 1980s and early 1990s. His career spanned various wrestling promotions in Canada and the United States, where he built a reputation for his villainous character in the ring. Dr. Hannibal's wrestling persona was marked by his dark, sinister demeanour and psychological tactics, which often unsettled his opponents and captivated the audience. Renowned for his aggressive and sometimes brutal wrestling style, Dr. Hannibal garnered a strong following among fans who appreciated the theatrical aspects of professional wrestling. He competed in several high-profile storylines and faced many notable wrestlers throughout his career. His in-ring ability, combined with his larger-than-life character, made him a memorable figure in the sport. However, Dr. Hannibal's career was not without controversy. He frequently pushed the limits of professional wrestling, sometimes challenging the boundaries of safety and entertainment. This led to mixed reactions from fans and fellow wrestlers, with some praising his boldness and others questioning the risks he took in the ring. Despite the controversies, Dr. Hannibal's influence on professional wrestling cannot be denied. He left a lasting impact by combining athleticism with storytelling, which helped shape the industry during his time. Tragically, Dr. Hannibal passed away at the age of 56. The cause of death was reported as complications related to a long-term health condition, which had worsened in his later years. His death marked the end of a career that had significantly impacted the world of professional wrestling, and his legacy continues to inspire aspiring wrestlers and entertain fans. Lance Cade, born on March 2, 1981 in San Antonio, Texas, was a prominent American professional wrestler, best known for his time in World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, in the mid-2000s. Growing up in a city steeped in wrestling history, Cade's passion for the sport began early. He trained under the iconic Shawn Michaels and made his professional debut in 1999, gaining experience on the independent circuit before signing with WWE in 2007-2003. Cade first made a name for himself in WWE's developmental territory, Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, where he formed a successful tag team with Trevor Murdoch. Their on-screen chemistry quickly gained recognition, and the duo eventually earned a spot on WWE's main roster. Together, Cade and Murdoch captured the World Tag Team Championship in 2007, a testament to their teamwork and wrestling ability. Despite his success in the ring, Cade's personal life was marred by struggles with substance abuse. These challenges affected both his career and well-being, but he remained dedicated to wrestling, continuing to perform even amid personal difficulties. Unfortunately, his battles off-screen took a tragic toll. Component placement at the age of 29, Lance Cade passed away unexpectedly in his sleep. The cause of death was later determined to be heart failure, with his history of substance abuse believed to have contributed to this tragic outcome. Cade's untimely death left a profound impact on the wrestling community, as he was remembered not only for his athleticism and skill in the ring, but also for the promise he showed as a rising star in WWE. Though his life was cut short, Lance Cade's legacy endures in the memories of fans and fellow wrestlers who continue to celebrate his talent, dedication, and the mark he left on the industry. Mildred Burke was a game-changer in the world of professional wrestling, and she's remembered for opening doors for women in the sport. Known for her incredible strength, skill, and determination, Burke's impact on women's wrestling is still felt today. She started her wrestling career in the early 1930s, when women weren't really accepted in the sport. But despite the challenges, she made her mark and became the first ever World Women's Champion. Burke held that title for over 20 years, solidifying her as one of the greatest wrestlers of her time. Though she was only 5 feet, 2 inches tall, Burke packed a punch with her strength and toughness. To prove her abilities, she often wrestled men in exhibitions, earning the respect of her peers. Her wrestling style was a mix of athleticism and technical skill, making her a fierce competitor. She wasn't just a champion in the ring, though. She also worked hard to advance women's wrestling, even starting her own promotion to give other women a chance to show what they could do. Her efforts helped women's wrestling gain respect at a time when it was often seen as just a sideshow, and she became a role model for female athletes around the world. Mildred Burke passed away at the age of 73 from complications related to cancer, leaving behind a legacy that changed the game for women in wrestling. Her contributions helped pave the way for future generations of female wrestlers, and she's celebrated as one of the true pioneers of the sport. Even today, her influence continues to inspire and shape women's wrestling. Jesus Alfonso Huerta Escobosa, known professionally as La Parka, was born on January 4, 1966, in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. La Parka rose to fame as one of Mexico's most iconic professional wrestlers, recognized for his charismatic presence, entertaining style, and signature skeletal costume. His ring persona, which loosely translates to the Reaper, captivated fans worldwide and made him a beloved figure in lucha libre, Mexico's renowned wrestling tradition. La Parka gained national prominence through his involvement with Lucha Libre TXA Worldwide, IGAAA, one of Mexico's top wrestling promotions, where he became one of the most recognizable and celebrated stars. His unique combination of athleticism, comedic timing, and dance moves set him apart from other wrestlers, earning him a dedicated fan base during the 1990s and 2000s. In addition to his success in Mexico, La Parka also made appearances in the United States, notably with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where a different wrestler portrayed a similar character under the name La Parka, before adopting the moniker L.A. Park. Tragically, La Parka's career and life were abruptly ended following a devastating accident during a match in Monterrey, Mexico, in October 2019. While performing a suicide dive, La Parka miscalculated his landing and struck his head on the metal guardrails surrounding the ring. This resulted in a severe spinal cord injury, leaving him with paralysis. Despite undergoing multiple surgeries and receiving medical treatment, Parka's condition worsened, and he passed away at the age of 54. The wrestling world mourned the loss of this beloved figure, whose contributions to lucha libre and his enduring legacy as one of the sport's most entertaining and influential personalities will never be forgotten. Vivian Vashon, born on January 23, 1951 in Montreal, Quebec, was a Canadian wrestling legend who made her mark in a world often dominated by men. Growing up in the famous Vashon wrestling family, she was the daughter of the iconic Paul Vashon and the sister of other wrestling stars, so it's no surprise she followed in their footsteps. Vivian jumped into the ring in the late 1970s and quickly became a force to be reckoned with. She wrestled for major promotions like the WWF, now WWE, and AWA, and it wasn't long before her powerful wrestling style and infectious personality won over fans. Vivian wasn't just another wrestler. She was an inspiring trailblazer for women's wrestling, carving out a place for herself in an industry that wasn't always kind to female athletes. Her strength, charisma, and connection with fans made her an unforgettable figure. Back in those days, female wrestlers didn't always get the recognition they deserved, but Vivian's passion and determination shone through, earning her a lasting spot in wrestling history. Sadly, Vivian's journey was cut short when she passed away in a car accident at just 39 years old. Though her career was brief, her impact was enormous. She showed the world that women could be just as tough, skilled, and captivating as their male counterparts in the wrestling ring. Vivian's legacy lives on, inspiring a new generation of women in the sport. Her contribution to wrestling continues to be remembered with love and admiration by both fans and fellow wrestlers. She'll always be a symbol of strength, resilience, and breaking barriers, and her spirit is forever alive in the world of professional wrestling. Emile Dupre, born on October 20th, 1936, emerged as a distinguished figure in the realm of professional wrestling, leaving a profound and lasting legacy throughout his illustrious career. Renowned for his charismatic persona and exceptional in-ring prowess, Dupre captivated audiences during the 1960s and 1970s, establishing himself as a beloved icon within the industry. His journey in professional wrestling began on the independent circuit, where his combination of athleticism and flamboyant showmanship quickly earned him recognition. Dupre's career saw him compete in several prestigious promotions, most notably the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWWF, where he faced off against some of the most prominent names in the sport. His ability to engage with the audience and his unrelenting commitment to entertaining fans set him apart, ensuring his place as one of the most celebrated figures of his time. Dupre's larger-than-life persona was matched only by his dedication to wrestling, as he often brought a unique flair to his performances, which made him a standout in an era full of legendary competitors. Beyond his accomplishments in the ring, Dupre's influence extended to mentoring younger talent, providing invaluable guidance and sharing his wealth of knowledge. His impact was felt not only by fans, but also by his peers, as he became a revered figure in the wrestling community. Emile Dupre passed away at the age of 86, after a prolonged battle with complications related to heart disease and advanced age. His death marks the end of a remarkable era in professional wrestling. Dupre's unwavering passion for the sport, both as a performer and mentor, has left an indelible imprint on the industry. He will be remembered fondly for his contributions, which continue to inspire future generations of wrestlers. In a shocking and unexpected turn of events, the WWE Universe was rocked to its core during Saturday night's main event. The night seemed to end on a high note as Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Champion, successfully defended his title in a brutal and hard-fought match against Kevin Owens. But as the dust began to settle and fans were still celebrating, Kevin Owens made his presence felt in a way no one saw coming. After his bitter defeat, Owens launched a savage attack on Rhodes, culminating in a brutal pile driver that left the champion motionless in the middle of the ring. But this wasn't just a post-match assault, it was a message, and it was clear. Cody Rhodes had made an enemy out of one of WWE's most dangerous superstars. In this article, we break down the shocking attack, the intense war of words that followed, and the potential consequences of what could be the beginning of one of the most personal rivalries in WWE history. This feud between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes is not just about the title, it's about respect, revenge, and the battle for supremacy. The build-up to a championship clash. The anticipation surrounding the match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens was electric. Fans knew they were in for a treat. Both men are seasoned veterans in the WWE, and their long-standing rivalry had been brewing for months. Cody, as the undisputed WWE champion, was riding high after a long, hard-fought reign. Meanwhile, Owens was desperate to dethrone the champion and prove that he was deserving of the top spot in WWE. The match itself was the definition of a grudge match, with both superstars putting it all on the line. Cody, as always, demonstrated incredible resilience and technical prowess, while Owens showcased his ruthless and physical style. The battle between the two men was nothing short of a spectacle, with the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats. Every punch, suplex, and brutal chair shot seemed to bring them closer to the moment that would determine who would leave as the undisputed WWE champion. The brutal match. From the opening bell, it was clear that both men were prepared to fight tooth and nail. Owens, known for his unpredictable and aggressive approach, wasted no time launching himself at Cody with hard-hitting suplexes and devastating chair shots. He targeted the champion's midsection early, looking to wear down Rhodes and create an opening for his signature moves. Owens' ruthless aggression was on full display, and for a time it looked as though the title might be changing hands. Cody found himself in peril as Owens relentlessly attacked, looking to keep the champion on the defensive. But Cody, who has built a reputation for his resilience, showed just why he's the undisputed WWE champion. Time and time again, Rhodes managed to kick out of Owens' near falls and continued to fight back, rallying with his characteristic determination. The match had everything fans could want: a brutal exchange of blows, high-impact moves, and moments of sheer drama. But in the end, it was Cody Rhodes who emerged victorious. With the crowd on their feet, Rhodes hit his signature move, the Crossroads, and secured the pinfall. The bell rang, and Cody was announced as the winner, retaining his title and proving that he was still the top dog in WWE. However, little did the fans know, this victory would be overshadowed by an unexpected and brutal twist. The post-match attack. Kevin Owens strikes, just as the arena was still buzzing with excitement over Cody Rhodes' victory. Kevin Owens wasn't ready to let the night end that way. Still fuming with frustration from his defeat, Owens, who had come so close to winning the title, stood at ringside, glaring at the champion. The crowd, still celebrating, was unaware of the storm about to unfold. In a flash of rage, Owens stormed back into the ring, attacking Cody before he even had a chance to catch his breath. But this wasn't just a cheap shot. It was a brutal assault designed to send a message to both Cody and the entire WWE locker room. Owens wasn't content with just losing the match. He wanted to make sure that Cody felt the full brunt of his anger and frustration. Without any hesitation, Owens lifted Cody into the air and drove him straight down to the canvas with a devastating piledriver. For those unfamiliar with the move, the piledriver is one of the most dangerous and impactful maneuvers in professional wrestling. involving the attacker driving their opponent's head directly into the mat. The impact was thunderous, and the sound of Cody's head hitting the canvas echoed through the arena, leaving the fans in stunned silence. The aftermath. A devastating message. The attack left Cody Rhodes motionless in the ring, his body lying helplessly on the mat as Owens stood over him, gloating. The officials quickly rushed to check on Cody, but Owens was far from done. He taunted the fallen champion, making it clear that this attack was far from a simple outburst of frustration. This was a statement. Owens had just been defeated for the undisputed WWE Championship, but in his mind, the fight wasn't over. What was Owens trying to prove? Was this a last-ditch attempt to regain relevance after losing the title opportunity? Or was it a deliberate and calculated move, designed to send a message to Cody and anyone who might challenge Owens in the future? Whatever the reason, one thing was clear. Kevin Owens had crossed a line that would make this personal. As the arena remained silent in shock, medical staff attended to Cody, who was clearly in a great deal of pain. The extent of his injuries wasn't immediately clear, but the piledriver had clearly taken a toll on him. After being helped to the back for further evaluation, there was a collective sigh of relief when it was reported that Rhodes was conscious and responsive. However, it was clear that Owens had made his mark. He hadn't just attacked Cody Rhodes, he had sent a loud, unmistakable message that this was not a typical post-match altercation. Cody Rhodes' vow for revenge. Cody Rhodes wasted no time addressing the attack, and his response was fiery, emotional, and filled with rage. In a rare moment of vulnerability and anger, Cody took to social media, promising retaliation in the most intense way possible. His words were filled with passion as he vowed that Kevin Owens would pay for what he had done. In an emotional video message, Cody said, "You made the biggest mistake of your life, Kevin Owens. I fought too hard to get to where I am, and now you've decided to put your hands on me in a way that is unforgivable. You want to make a statement? You've made one. But I promise you, this isn't over. You've awoken something in me, and I will make sure you pay for what you did. The piledriver may have put me down, but it will not keep me down. I'm coming for you, Owens, and I will make you regret this attack." The fire in Cody's words was undeniable, and his promise of retribution sent shockwaves throughout the WWE universe. Fans quickly began speculating about how Rhodes would seek revenge. Could this escalate into a no-holds-barred match, or would it turn into a personal blood feud that could spill over into WWE's biggest events, like WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble? The stakes had been raised. This was no longer just about a championship title. It was about pride, respect, and personal vendettas. Cody Rhodes had vowed to make Owens pay for crossing that line, and the WWE universe eagerly awaited to see how this war would unfold. The locker room reacts. Universal outrage. The fallout from the attack didn't just come from the fans. It was felt throughout the entire WWE locker room. Several superstars took to social media to express their outrage over Owens' actions. Roman Reigns, who knows what it's like to defend a championship at the highest level, made his thoughts clear. Kevin Owens crossed a line that shouldn't be crossed. This business is about respect, and Owens just showed a total lack of it. What he did to Cody, that's personal, he'll pay for it. Seth Rollins, known for his own intense rivalries, also expressed his support for Cody. Cody's my brother, and what Owens did was disgusting. He didn't just attack Cody, he attacked the entire locker room. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Even Becky Lynch, who has faced her own brutal feuds, weighed in, offering her support for the undisputed champion. Cody Rhodes is a warrior. What Owens did was a cowardly act. There's no place for that in this business. I'll be watching this closely. The response from the WWE Universe was equally divided. Fans rallied behind Cody, vowing to support him as he sought revenge, while others believed Owens had done what was necessary to get himself back into the title picture. Many were questioning Owens' motives. Was this an act of frustration, or had he crossed the line intentionally to create a war with Cody that could propel him back to the top of WWE? What's next in this heated rivalry? As this rivalry continues to simmer, the question on everyone's mind is, what happens next? Will Cody Rhodes recover quickly enough to exact his revenge on Owens? Or will Owens continue his assault on the champion, aiming to keep Cody down for good? The stakes are incredibly high, and fans are eagerly awaiting the next chapter of this saga. Could this rivalry escalate even further? Would WWE allow it to boil over into a massive confrontation at one of its biggest events, like WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble? One thing is for sure. The war between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens is far from over, and it's just getting started